So now we have schools closed across the province. We've been asking for essential workers to be vaccinated. We asked for vaccinations for teachers and education workers to help keep the spread in schools down. That didn't happen. But I think what we need to know is a huge component of the economy and our education system is childcare. And the member from Windsor-Tecumseh talked about that, and it's a very important component that seems to have been overlooked through this entire pandemic. So while schools are closed, it's important to know that child care centres across the province continue to operate. They're still open and they're still operating. And in fact, not only are they operating regular child care, they are also offering and operating emergency child care spaces. And so this was an opportunity in this bill for this government to address the fact that they've overlooked child care spaces and child care centres, but it's been missed in this bill. I'd just like to read a letter from a fantastic organization in my community called Today's Family. They do remarkable work. In fact, they operate a community fridge in our riding, which a lot of people access, low-income families access, all kinds of people need access to good, nutritious food, and they've offered that service. And they wrote to me to say this: Today's Family provides early learning and child care, licensed home child care, and licensed school-age programs for more than 4,000 children and families in Hamilton, Halton, and Haldimand, Norfolk. There are more than 200 staff and more than 120 home care providers in our employ. We have provided and continue to provide emergency child care in addition to child care throughout the pandemic as an essential service for family. Now more than ever, it has become clear the importance of child care as an essential service and as an economic driver. They have been asked, they make clear, in case the government doesn't understand what happens in child care centres, that they are working in direct contact with children who are too young to wear masks, cannot maintain 2-meter distances, and need to care for, cuddle, and carry children. And they have remained working throughout the pandemic. And so I think that it's important that, so they go on to say, we urge you to make childcare educators in our community and across the province eligible immediately for the COVID-19 vaccine. We thank you for your attention. And this is the kind of attention that we should expect from this government. We should have a government that is paying attention to essential workers, providing essential service, looking after our kids. But child care centres and child care operators are having to plead with this government, plead with them to put in measures to keep them safe. Never mind the extraordinary costs that these centres will have to have incurred to put PPE in place and to put all the protection measures. This government seems somehow to have completely forgotten about the child care sector. And so I would suggest that if the government is really concerned with the economic recovery, child care is a critical component of an economic recovery, and you have overlooked that entirely in this bill.